People think the funnel is why you make the money, and it's not. This is one of the most humbling things I've ever gone through my entire life. It sucked. He was teaching me that funnel builders are usually broke. It's not about the funnel building skill set. A monkey can do that. It is the marketing skill set that is the one that makes the millions.
Welcome to Hack That Funnel with myself, Ben Moot. Happy to have you here. It all started at Funnel Hacking Live 2016 in San Diego. As I'm going through, I see this guy, and he is dressed in his best suit and a tie, and he's just smiling, and he's got a military cut, and I was like, who is this kid? So I walk up to the guy, and he starts talking about how he is at Funnel Hacking Live. He gave everything he could. He rode a bike. His bike was in like the bushes, and he was here to do exactly what Russell said, period. So we kept talking to each other, saying hi every once in a while, and he left with multiple clients that wanted to hire him, but more importantly, he had met the ClickFunnels team, and ClickFunnels wanted him. If any of you ever heard this story before, this is the man, Stephen J. Larsen. Steve Larsen is like a genius. He's absolutely awesome. He sat right next to the desk of Russell Brunson. Now, he had been selling funnels and making funnels work before he ever got to that point. Now that he could sit next to the desk of Russell Brunson, everything changed. Came a point where he decided, I've done enough of this education. It is time to go build my own business. In the next couple minutes, you're going to learn so much more than you ever thought you could about the funnel space and how this all really works from the man who has built multi-million-dollar businesses, and now he's done it for himself.
Hey, Stephen, thanks for being on. I appreciate it. I've seen your sales funnel radio literally created the inspiration to create this. So thanks for being on. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on here. You're the man, and it's been fun watching you explode.
It's been a fun explosion. Like last time I was at Funnel Hacking Live, publishing is amazing. Like that's your thing. You just yell at publishing. I was at Funnel Hacking Live. People were walking past going, Ben Moot. I'm like, hi. People know me. That's weird. No, publishing works.
Yeah.
So what I want to ask first off is some people may be watching know who you are already. Some don't. So the question is, how did you get involved in specifically ClickFunnels? Let's keep to a 5-minute intro. If everybody wants to learn more, go to Sales Funnel Radio, or what's your current podcast? I know you're moving.
Yeah. Right now it's One Funnel Away Stories, but there's Pursuit of Profit is the one that's coming out.
Pursuit of Profit. It's going to be so gold. Okay, go ahead.
I started out in this space, frankly, funny enough, when you're growing up, I don't think lots of people want to be an entrepreneur, And for a while, or at least until they've maybe tasted some of the 9-to-5 world, or they've tasted some of the, I don't know. But funny enough, as a kid, I did like selling stuff though. I didn't know what entrepreneurship meant, but I sold stuff. I mean, we would go to the golf course, grab golf balls, clean them up, sell them back to the golfers. I did a lot of, I almost got kicked out of high school because I was selling laser pointer pens. And sold too many of them. We made tons of money, and the commons area was just filled with red dots, and it became this massive issue. I had to do a bunch of community service, and so selling stuff has always kind of been part of my bones a little bit. But I didn't know what entrepreneur meant, and so I don't know when I basically along tri-bazillion whatever. I ran into the whole, hey, the internet's cool. Why don't every single one of my ideas is basically involved the internet somehow, most of the time. Eventually ran into Russell Brunson's material and became his funnel builder out of college, which is really shocking. Was never part of the plan. But he and I, we built a lot of funnels, obviously, for ClickFunnels. It was right at the beginning of ClickFunnels, really. They were just out of beta. There's 12,000 users, so it wasn't right at the beginning, but there's only 30 employees. Now there's 400, there's 100,000 users now. And so it's fun to see that hockey stick growth moment. And then after a while, I just knew that it's in my bones, man. I got to go be solo. So I left. He and I are still good friends. In fact, we were just talking literally right before you and I got on here. We're still good friends. We still talk all day. But we're both serving the same purpose, which is to show people how to do this online and take their business, put it on the internet. So I am the self-proclaimed offer guy. And teach people how to launch stuff on the internet. And it's been just a ton of fun.
No, it's the truth. What I love about what you teach, everyone teaches how to build a funnel, how to do this. You're look, this is how you sell. And that's the biggest issue that I found with people. When they come online, they're I'm so good. I'm going to do all this stuff. I'm going to hide behind my computer. No one's going to know, that I'm doing it. And it's just going to make money. But none of these people ever sold anything before. You teach. This is how you create the message. This is how you create the offer. This is how you do it together in order to create the master plan that just rocks everything, like the master launch.
Yeah, I really sell to the people who wants to sell specifically on the internet, but then also those who are willing to become the attractive character of what they're selling. That's really where my bread and butter is.
So then, taking on that note, what do you feel like is the piece that people are missing? Like, I work with a lot of time with people who, like, they have their funnel halfway built with one funnel away, and they're like, it's so close, but it's like, I'm missing something. Or they've just launched, like, it's just not doing what it needs to, or they've got 1,000 funnels unlaunched in their ClickFunnels account. Like, what is that piece that you found that, like, bridged the gap that actually made the thing go? Like, you figured this out before you were working with Russell. Like, I remember talking to you at Funnel Hacking Live. You're like, I did this, and then I did this, and that's why they hired you.
Yeah.
You understood it. So what do you find is that piece that everyone's missing that just clinches the ball together?
People think the funnel is why you make the money, and it's not. And they have to rethink what a funnel is. A sales funnel is not on the internet. A sales funnel is not. It existed way before ClickFunnels did. I always joke that the first funnel was when the first caveman traded a rock for like a piece of meat. Like a funnel is nothing more than a message and an offer. That's it. Which means I can stand on stage and deliver a message with an offer at the end. I'm the funnel. When I was doing door-to-door sales, I was walking around and I was still the delivery of the funnel. I always joke. I always kind of laugh actually when people are like, "I've never had a funnel," and I'm like, if you sold anything ever on accident at any price at any time, on or offline, you had a funnel. It just usually was not built with intent. Therefore, it sucks. And so the fact that we put it on a series of progressing pages online, that's a method. And people need to understand that piece, first of all, and reestablish what a funnel even is in their brain. So once they understand that, though, they also have to understand that I can write a message. Let's say that if I'm doing door-to-door sales, like, and I am the message, and I am the offer, right? I'm the delivery of those things. You know what's really interesting is there's a lot of guys at door-to-door sales, and I did this sometimes also, and you just don't really feel like going out that day. You know, you don't really feel, and you're like, oh, it was really rough last few days. I'm going to get beat up again on the doors. It's going to be terrible. So wait a second. Success isn't necessarily just having a message and an offer, right? There were other guys though who just, I became one of the top sales guys for a while because I held this discipline that I just wouldn't be affected by what anyone said about me. And I would just, and I broke after a while, I'll be honest with you, but like it's a tough job. But going door to door to door to door to door to door to door, it was known that if you just knocked 100 doors a day, you would typically get 2 laydown sales just by the virtue of you being present. And so what's fascinating is a lot of them also, they weren't awesome at the message. They weren't awesome at talking about the offer. It's this other activity that creates the success. And so people need to reestablish what a funnel is and what actually makes them successful. It's like the message and the offer, that's a funnel. The fact we put it on pages is a method, but really a funnel doesn't create cash. A funnel collects cash. Okay. What creates cash is the activity of campaigning, right? Walking around or the equivalent of making sales-based noise. That's where the success happens. And so that's why there's so many funnels that are done. And I've done this as well. Like this is how I discovered it. You launch this amazing funnel, best offer you've ever seen in your entire life, and nobody buys it, right? No one goes. So it's I'll tell you, like, this is one of the most humbling things I've ever gone through my entire life. It sucked. And I'm just gonna be super open with you guys in your audience. But like, by the way, you're all lucky to have Ben. He's literally one of the best funnel hackers on the planet. That's serious. Like, just so you know, man, like Russell knows who you are, man. Like he's super good. Ben's good. You're all in good hands here. When I was Russell's funnel guy, most people don't know this. And not that I was hiding it. I just never realized it for a while, man. The first 10 months of me being at ClickFunnels, I'm sitting right there. Literally, I could touch his back just by going like that. And this was crazy. This is my schedule. I would wake up at 5. I would ride my bike because we didn't have enough money for another car. I'd ride it 4 miles into ClickFunnels. I would go and I would be in Russell's office at 6 a.m. And I would work on my own stuff from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Russell would come in at 9. I'd switch gears mentally and go from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. I'd go back home, be with my kiddos, put the little ones down. And from about 9 or 10 p.m. till midnight, I would get another 2 to 3 hours. So I was squeezing out a part-time job on the side of working for Russell. I did that for the first really year. But what was fascinating is I was still broke. Like I was Russell's funnel guy. Do you know how it feels like to be helping him poop out another $1 million in 3 weeks? Again and again and again and again. And I'm over here broke. Russell Brunson's funnel builder, prestige, accolade, right? And like have no money, right? I was like, what is going on? Like, how come when I build the funnel like that, like it's working? How come when I do it on my own, why isn't this working? And it was, holy smokes, man. Like that was one of the most humbling experiences of my life. And I was embarrassed as all crap. It's just to realize that. And so, but why is he making millions of dollars? Like, and we're doing another one. I mean, if you go in his office, it's lined with 2 Comma Club awards all over the place. Oh, and there's like another 15 2 Comma Club X ones. And by the way, none of those are included the revenue of ClickFunnels. You know, it's like, holy smokes, dude. Like, what are you doing that I am not? And what he was, because this is what was happening is I would go build the funnel for 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 days. I'd send it back to him and he would literally destroy like 90% of it. I thought I was going to get fired the first few months I was there. Like literally. And it was really stressful for me. And so I'd go back in and he would destroy and reject 90% of it. I'd be like, what? He'd like, do like this. I'm like, okay. So I go and do it that way. Then I do it again. Then he destroy 85% of it. Then 80. It took 13 months for me to go back in, launch the funnel, hand it to him. And he looked at me and he goes, good job, dude. I changed 1 word in the headline. That was awesome. Now, wait a second. The mechanics of the funnel, how the pages connect, all that stuff. I was already doing all that stuff. That's not what changed. He was teaching me that funnel builders are usually broke. Marketers are rich. And I was not understanding there is the building skill set, but really the thing that makes the money is everything you do in front of the funnel. That's why you can have a crappy funnel and you can still go and make a ton of money. It's like, because if you're a good marketer, right? And one of my favorite things, I know I'm totally on a riff here, but like one of the things, you haven't asked anything, but one of the things that has been blowing my mind away so much is to go look at these old, rich, dead marketers. And I got into the habit of this like probably a year and a half ago. Old, rich, dead marketers who never had the internet, who never had any of the distribution that we do. Why were they rich? What activities did they use to go get a product out and get noise for it? And I started looking at those patterns and realized that that's what makes the money, not the funnel. The funnel is like a catcher's mitt. It collects the cash, doesn't create the cash. And you got to be amazing at creating the cash. The only thing it does that is through campaigns like a marketer. And that skill set is worth millions of dollars.
Campaigns.
Campaigns.
Yeah. And I love that because
not Facebook campaigns. That's not a campaign.
No, not a Facebook campaign. Like funnel hackers are broke, and no one likes calling that out. Like we all think we're geniuses. We're all able to print off money. Like I can connect a funnel, and I know the integrations, and I know.
Yeah, there's like 90% of them that are still believing that it's the funnel that causes. You need the funnel. Do the funnel. The funnel's amazing. It's world class. ClickFunnels is incredible. But it's funny when someone's like, well, I don't know if ClickFunnels is going to work for me. And I'm like, if you need leads or sales, sucker, like it's going to work for you. The reason it isn't is you suck at marketing. It's not about the funnel building skill set. A monkey can do that. It is the marketing skill set that is the one that makes the millions.
Amen, amen. Okay, this is what we're going to do. So I like doing a special little piece for people who are in the membership area. So if you guys are in the membership area, you're going to get this next piece. If you aren't, go sign up at Hack That Funnel Radio. This is what we're doing. So I'm going to ask you the question like, I joined OfferLab. Like you guys should know, OfferLab is like a 25,000 plus product. It's an amazing mastermind. You get so much from Steven and from everybody who's in there. I highly recommend it. So go check out my OfferLab if you haven't yet. But I say OfferMind. OfferLab is where you want to go. And the OfferMind event is great, but OfferLab is awesome. So we talk about in OfferLab 3 specific things that you need in order to get everything correct. And we're going to talk about that over there. Steven, if people want to learn what you're doing right now and understand all of these pieces, where do they go?
Actually, funny enough you bring that up. I realized that I have been only teaching my strategies on how I create the offer.
Yeah.
But there is a whole world that I do that I didn't realize I was doing on how to launch it. So we're actually doing a virtual event called Offer Launch. If you go to offerlaunch.com, it is days of just those strategies that create actual revenue from what you've made.
Oh, heaven bless us. This is going to be so tight.
It's going to be so fun, man.
Oh, so tight. Okay, so it's offerlaunch.com.
Yep.
Okay, guys, go there now.
Dang, was that cool or was that cool, guys? After the interview is done, I actually record 2 more questions. All you have to do is go to hackthatfunnelradio.com. I will give you access to every single interview's 2 extra questions. Go to hackthatfunnelradio.com